Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ-Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing bad time. Doing bad time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann.
Hey, welcome to Sports World Radio. Glad everybody could be here today. I am the host, Jeff Ascow. We got a slam jamming of a show for you guys today. Lots and lots to get to. You guys will enjoy this 2-hour journey we're about to embark on like we do each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West. If you live in the Central,
figure it out for yourself.
that's right. He is here. I'll explain that in just a minute. Let's get all the particulars out of the way. Oh, that voice was Sean Mann, the update man. Now let's get all the particulars out of the way really quick before we bring him in. SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to the show. If you want to come and hang out in our chat room, head on over to Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.com. Sign up, get yourself a free account. Type in Sports World Radio. Then you'll see the show up at the bottom of the screen. Click the heart. Click the bubble. Screen will open. Say hello. And ask your questions away. Tons of people hanging out in the chat room right now, as I can see that. So come on over and hang out in the chat room and ask your questions. You don't want to do that? 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number to get in touch with the show. You don't want to do that? I have my Facebook page open. I don't know, for some strange reason. I got my Facebook page open. If you liked our Facebook page, facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio, and you got a question for us, type it on our Facebook page. I'll answer it over there if you want, or I'll answer it live on the air, most likely. Also, follow us over at Twitter at twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. Now, with all the particulars out of the way, what do you say? Hey, we bring in that voice you heard a couple of seconds ago. Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on, buddy?
I am doing well, Jeff. How you all doing? It is Tuesday, October 7th, 2014, 6:07 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:07 p.m. on the West. For you people in the Central, yeah, you need to figure it out yourself. Weather right now is a warm, and I do mean a warm 86-degree day out here in the land of potatoes. It doesn't even feel like October. How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing good. As you know, I had the air conditioner on, and I turned it off right before the show started. But it's kind of nice out here today. It's kind of like probably in the maybe 78, 79, right around there. I don't think it's quite 80 degrees out here today. It's kind of nice, actually. I think I could probably survive without the air conditioner on for the 2 hours and not be sweating in the studio today. How about that? I kind of enjoy that. You know? I kind of enjoy that. What do you got for us today, buddy?
All right, first topic we're going to get to. Monday Night Football on ESPN. I didn't watch this game, but I heard the highlights. The Seattle Seahawks defeat the Washington Redskins 27-17. DJ, Gary One Arm, where are you, buddy?
Nowhere to be
like
found.
He doesn't even want to show up with how bad the Redskins are.
That's right. You notice ever since that Giant game, he hasn't been around. Nowhere to be seen. Nothing is, he just don't want to be seen whatsoever.
Jay Gruden's Washington Redskins dropped to 1-4. Pete Carroll, the defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks, are 3-1. Russell Wilson last night in the nation's capital, he went 18-24, 201 yards, 2 touchdown passes, no interceptions. For Cousins of the Redskins, 21-36, 283 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and no interceptions. As the Seahawks, the defending Super Bowl champions, are now 3-1, and they are the team That is for real in the NFC, folks.
Russell's quarterback rating is a 127.3, and Kirk Cousins is a 102.0. Not too bad. Although, Russell Wilson ran 11 times for 122 yards as well. Okay? And you know what I'm saying? And ran in for a touchdown. Threw 2 touchdowns and ran for 1. Had a great night. He was 18 of 24 for 201. He ran 11 times for 122 yards. Jesus, criminy. Hello? He had over 300 yards of offense himself. He ate up Washington. The score was not vindicative of the way the game went. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, it was a
as
big
far as
win,
I'm concerned,
Jeff.
that was a
You think
blowout.
about this NFC West. Arizona lost this weekend. The 49ers were able to hold off the Chiefs 22-17. So big win for the Seattle Seahawks and a bad loss for the Redskins. Now the Seattle Seahawks will be facing a test next weekend as they will face the 4-1 Dallas Cowboys. That's going to be huge, especially for Dallas to go up there. Chances, I say, for Dallas are not good even going up there. So Seattle knows they've already beat Denver, and I believe they're going to be able to beat Dallas.
You think so?
Yeah, Dallas, in my opinion, after what we saw on Sunday afternoon when they blew a 10-point lead and did bad with clock management and got hit with penalties, that has to be concerned for Jerry Jones. He was very, very happy because Dallas is now 4-1. But I would be concerned saying, look, you guys got to manage the clock better than that. You blew the game and you blew the lead almost. You blew the lead, but you almost blew the game.
Well, Dallas is coming into town for Seattle next week. Seattle's on a short week where Dallas is not, but Dallas is the team that's traveling, and they're playing in Seattle. And listen, I don't see Seattle slowing down one bit.
Josh goes, really? A test Dallas has played average to below average teams this year.
Yes. No, I agree with you, Josh. You're absolutely right. Who was the Cowboys play? That's the true thing. That's why they are what they are, because they're playing who they're playing. Okay? Who they? St. Louis? Right? Josh, do me a favor. Get their record really quick, the first 5 games that they played, because I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay? They played Houston this last upcoming week, correct? Past week, right?
Yeah, and Dallas, with Skip Bayless coming out this week and
Again.
him saying on yesterday's show for ESPN, yeah, Josh, if you get us for the first 5 games, that'd be great. Him saying that the Cowboys will win the NFC East, come on, get out of here. If you look at the first 5 games, Dallas has played against, you're right, Josh, the below-average teams. They haven't even played against real tough tests. Let's see how well on Sunday afternoon they do against Seattle. They win the game in a hostile environment against Seattle, then maybe you start to consider them as a tough team in the NFC. But right now, I don't even see it with the Cowboys. And like even Nicholas Spiva said when we had him on the show yesterday, Jeff, it's just only a matter of time, buddy, before we possibly see the Cowboys starting to fold and starting to play bad football down the stretch. We all know the history.
We got the big wind, Frank Sprankle, coming in the second hour of the show today. That's going to be a lot of fun, I hope. As long as his router and his internet don't freaking break down, I hope. So cross your fingers for that one over there. But you're right, Sean.
Yeah.
You're right. Although I don't see Dallas's offense being able, Dallas's offensive line, even though Dallas has a really good offensive line, I don't see them being able to stop the defense of Seattle.
If you look at the next 2 weeks, Jeff, with the Dallas Cowboys, they got, of course, as we all know, we've already discussed, they've got Seattle coming up. They have the Giants the 29th of October. So the next 2 weeks are going to be the biggest test of the Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go. They lost to San Francisco, the Cowboys. They beat Tennessee. They beat the Rams coming from way behind. They beat the Saints, and then they just beat the Texans.
Yeah, and I remember that when they were down 21-0 against the Rams. And Josh, you cracked me up all the time there, buddy. I saw you post on Facebook that one Sunday saying it's so funny to see the Cowboys losing against the laughingstock Rams, something like that.
So Tennessee the Rams, and the Texans, and the Saints, correct me if I'm wrong, all are below 500.
Right.
Well, what the hell does that say? They haven't played a team that's above 500 yet, have they?
They haven't played any real
Except
test,
for the-
and this weekend
Well,
is
excuse
a
me.
test against Seattle, and then the Giants on October 19th.
Well, excuse me. I have to say that they played the Texans, who were 500 at the time. They were 2-2. And they beat the Texans, okay, who were 2-2 at the time. The Saints had a under 500 record. The Rams had an under 500 record, and Tennessee had an under 500 record. So who have they really beaten?
They really haven't beaten anybody.
I bet you
Josh
they do.
came
I
out
bet
and
you he
says
does,
this.
Josh.
Hey, Jeff,
I
Skip
see it.
Bayless got them Super Bowl bound.
I see it, Sean. I bet you he does. I'm pretty sure he does. And I hate to say this, but if Cleveland wins a couple more games on the fashion of way they beat Baltimore, he's going to have Cleveland and Dallas back in the Super Bowl. Watch.
And then he's going to say, if that happens, I know how you are about ifs. We got to go to our first commercial break. He'll say, told you, everybody, my dreams came true. I'm Skip Bayless. I know how to make predictions better than anybody. Dallas, Cleveland, Super Bowl, book it.
Well, you want to know something? I'm hoping that Dallas don't win on Sunday. Because if they do, we got to listen to that schmuck all week. I told you. Cowboys are my Cowboys are Super Bowl bound. My Cowboys are. Let me ask you a question, Skip Bayless. Who's the best team in the AFC right now? And if you tell me the Denver Broncos, I'm going to smack you in the top of your head. Because you're wrong. You're wrong. You're dead freaking wrong.
You know what his reply would be before we go to this commercial break? He would say the New England Patriots.
No, he
Why?
wouldn't.
Because Skip Bayless came out and said New England Patriots will rise in the AFC and go to the Super Bowl. I saw stories on
He
that.
changes his freaking mind like a woman changes a tampon when she's on her period.
He's one of the worst sports journalists ever. And
We're
that's
gonna-
for real, and that's to be honest.
We're going to run to a quick commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
Which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow new way to workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk you'll ever hear on the internet. I guarantee it. And we do it every Monday through Friday on SportsWorldRadio.com, 6 o'clock p.m. on the East, 3 o'clock p.m. on the West. And if you live in the Central,
figure it out for yourself.
Okay, so before we went to break, we were talking about the Cowboys. So I asked our producer to do me a favor and get me the schedule for the Cowboys' next 5 games. They play at Seattle this week, home against the Giants, home against the Redskins, home against the Cardinals, and then in London against Jacksonville. Is that true?
There's your next 5
Holy
games.
Joe, but wait a second. Home against the Giants, home against the Redskins, and home against the Cardinals? So after Seattle, they got 3 home games in a row? Well, you know something? Why am I getting crazy? It doesn't really matter. That's not really a home game for them because other teams' fans come in there and they make it an away game, really. So I don't know why I'm getting crazy. You know? But that's crazy. 3 home games back to back to back, and then they go to London and play Jacksonville. And I told Sean when we were on the break, I says, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm picking Jacksonville because it's like a home game for Jacksonville. It's in London. They're used to that by now.
Josh goes, they will lose all those games. But here's the way I look at it. Dallas will lose at Seattle on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
They're going to lose to the Giants on Sunday night. Actually, Sunday afternoon. It should be the Sunday night game because I know the Giants and Cowboys have always sometimes have usually played on Sunday nights.
I think they'll beat the Redskins.
They'll beat the Redskins. Cardinals, you know what?
If Carson Palmer's back by then, Redskins will beat the Cowboys. And then they'll lose in Jacksonville in London. So they'll lose 3 out of the 5, and I'm okay with that. Because that'll put them at 7 and that'll put them at what? 7 and what? 2? That's not that's not good.
If they go 1 and 3, that would put them at 5 and 4 overall.
If they go 1 and 3, no, it's a 5-game series, dude. How can they go 1 and 3 in a 5?
1 and 4. 1 and 4. They would go like
lose
5
to
and
Jacksonville,
5, 5 and 4.
lose to the Giants, beat the Redskins, lose to the Cardinals, and lose to Jacksonville. They'll go 1 and 4, which will make them 500. Correct?
Which would make Jerry Jones very disgusted. And then another thing that would happen: Skip Bayless can start eating his words.
How about that? I think they'll beat the Redskins. I think they're going to go 1 and 4. They're going to lose to Seattle. They're going to lose to the Giants. They'll beat the Redskins. They'll lose to the Cardinals, and they'll lose to Jacksonville and London. They'll go 1 and 4 because they're 4 and 1 now. They'll be 5 and 5, right?
Yep.
Hot diggity dog. 500, right where they should be. How great would that be? And then all of a sudden you're gonna hear Skip Bayless going freaking bananas. You know what he'll do? He'll flip flop. He'll say, "Well, my Dallas Cowboys didn't make it to the playoffs." He'll be back
he'll just flip flop to another NFC team and say, "My this or my that."
He'll be back on the Seattle bandwagon.
Yeah, because remember, Josh, you sent me something that was pretty funny. That Skip Bayless came out and changed his mind at the beginning in August. He said, Cleveland, my Cleveland Browns to go up against my Dallas Cowboys. Correct. Then he flip-flopped and he said, my New England Patriots are going to go up against my Seattle Seahawks.
Correct. How many teams does this guy own?
Doesn't even own any of them, which is so funny. The guy doesn't know anything about sports because he thinks he says my when he's not an owner. You're a doggone fan, you schmuck.
I love it, Sean.
Well, God, I mean, the guy just can't learn to keep his mouth quiet. And no wonder people get so tired and annoyed of Skip Bayless every day on the air.
See, the problem with Skip Bayless, okay, okay, here we go. I hope you're listening, Skip. Here you go. The difference between Skip Bayless's show that he does with Stephen A. Smith and our show here at Sports World Radio, Sean, is when we say something like who we think is going to be in the Super Bowl, we don't flip-flop. We stay pretty much right there the whole season, correct?
Yep.
Whether we win, whether we're correct, or whether we're wrong. Correct?
Correct.
We don't flip-flop like you and then say at the end of the season, see, I told you I picked those two teams. No. We're not like that, Mr. Skip Bayless. We picked two teams. If they happen to get to the Super Bowl, we can say, see, look what we did. We have it on tape, and we never flip-flop. We just stayed right there. You, on the other hand, are on tape saying the Cowboys and the freaking the Cowboys and the Cowboys and the Browns, the Patriots and the Seahawks, the Cowboys and the Patriots. Stick with one pick and stick to your convictions. We do it here all the time at Sports World Radio. And you want to know something? We do the same thing when we make our picks for Manager of the Year, MVP, and all that. And you want to know something? A lot of the time, Sean and I are wrong, and a lot of the time, Sean and I are right. You know why? Because we stick to what we say through the whole entire season. We don't flip-flop. We don't change our tampon when we're on our periods as much as you change your freaking mind.
Josh, you are so funny. Here's what he says in the chat room. Jerry Jones designed that back pull section for Skip Bayless so they can pleasure each other with their soliloquies.
I just get so tired of it, man. Stick to your guns. Pick two teams, and that's it. If you're wrong, you're wrong.
And then he'll say, no, it's me. I'm Skip Bayless. My. I can say my this and my that, and there's not one thing you people can do about it.
And you want to know something? I didn't even bring that up. I didn't even bring that up, Skip. So it shows me that you're not listening to what I'm saying. You're just thinking off, and then whenever I stop, you say whatever the hell you want. That's not a true reporter. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Skip. Did the word "my" come out of my mouth at all? No, it didn't, because I didn't even say anything about that. I just said you keep changing your mind. I want you to stick to your convictions. Stick to what you say. Stop changing your mind.
Skip Bayless came up with another thing today. He says, Johnny Manziel will lead the Cowboys back to glory. That's what Skip Bayless said.
He's not even on the freaking Cowboys, you freaking moron! Oh, my God. Skip Bayless, how do you make a freaking comment like that when he's not even playing for the Cowboys? He's the Browns' backup quarterback, you freaking jackass. Holy freaking Toledo. Really?
Webster Dictionary shows Jerry Jones and Skip Bayless in the bandwagon section. Nice one, Josh.
Now I realize why Jerry Jones is always smiling when he's sitting when they show him on camera. Because Skip Bayless is underneath the deck sucking his cock. Holy freaking moly. Are you kidding me?
An Escow versus Skip Bayless debate. I could see that happening very soon.
Are you kidding me? Skip Bayless, you got a serious problem.
I know, Josh. I'm laughing too.
You got a serious problem. And I don't care if I get in trouble for saying it. It's true. Hey, Skip Bayless, get off Jerry Jones's cock, will you?
And I can say another thing with Skip Bayless is that here he is, the man that hasn't even been suspended. You just wait. I keep thinking and predicting it's going to happen. He's going to say something, and ESPN will suspend him. Think about it. Bill Simmons got suspended for 3 weeks. Stephen A. Smith got suspended a week, but you don't see Skip Bayless getting suspended. Probably because he says, because my opinions matter. I know everything. I'm Skip Bayless.
I so want to take him on. I so want to take him on. And you want to know something, Skip Bayless? I don't need no stinking papers in front of me to say anything, okay? I don't need to be reminded of what I want to say. When I get going, you ain't stopping me. You know why? Because I'm going to eat you up alive. Because what you say is stupid. How do you make a remark that Johnny Manziel is going to take the Cowboys to the promised land when he isn't even on their goddamn team? That's the most stupidest comment I've ever heard in my life come out of your mouth. Regardless of you changing your mind, who's going to be in the Super Bowl. That right there is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Because he's probably predicting, and he's probably saying, well, if Tony Romo doesn't get it done, guess who would come right to Dallas and fit very neatly with Jerry Jones' Cowboys?
I want to know if he put that out on Twitter, if he typed it anywhere besides saying it. Because if he did, I'm coming hard at him. If he put it out
after the hour.
If he put that thing out on Twitter, I want somebody to find it for me, put it on Sports World Radio's Twitter so I can reply to it. So I know it goes back to him. Because that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Second commercial break coming up, but before we go, I know that every time I'll see I hate Skip Bayless, that's Jeff. I know he's going right after him harder and harder.
Yeah, I can't stand that freaking guy, man. That's just ridiculous. Just drives me bananas, man. You know that? Just drives me nuts. It really freaking does. I don't freaking get it.
Mr. Know-It-All.
Well, he doesn't know anything. Mr. Know Nothing and Like It. That's what we should be calling him. Mr. Know Nothing and Like It. And on that note, we're going to run to a quick commercial break. You listen to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann here, bringing you the fastest 2-hour of sports talk every single Monday through Friday on SportsWorldRadio.com. Hey, Skip Bayless, you're a freaking idiot. That's what you are. You're a freaking idiot.
It sure was funny on the commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, because Jeff just got fed up with him.
Yeah, you know what? I got so fed up with him, I had to put my Twitter account. I had to go to Twitter. I had to go to my Twitter account, Sports World Radio's Twitter account. I'm not on I Hate Skip Bayless's Twitter account, which I should really be on. And to just go right at him. Skip Bayless, you're an idiot.
Skip Bayless, you're an idiot.
What's Skip Bayless's Twitter account?
I don't have a Twitter, but maybe Hey, Josh, or well, maybe Browning can
Somebody-
help us out with that
somebody
too. I can message him.
Somebody put freaking idiot's Twitter handle in the Sports World Radio chat room, as I got something to say to him.
Oh, here's what it says right there.
At Real Skip Bayless?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, Jeff against Skip Bayless. Here we go.
I'm coming for you right now.
And here's what he
Paste.
said today. Thank you, Josh,
That's
for this
it.
too. Today, if drafting 2012 over,
You
I'd still go RG3, Luck, than Russell Wilson.
An idiot. How do you
When
spell
some
idiot?
people-
I-D-I-O-T. You are an idiot. Actually,
still-
you know something? I want to put it in all capital letters.
Put it in all caps. There you go, bud. Still believe RG3 can
are
return to Rookie of Year
an
RG3.
I-D-I-O-T. Idiot. You are an idiot. That's all I'm typing. At the real Skip Bayless, you are an idiot. That's all I typed. That's it. Because I can't stand him. He's an
And
idiot.
then wait till he counters and he says, "How am I an idiot? What have I done wrong? I know my sports. What's going on?"
I can't follow him, though. I just can't press that button. I can't press that button. There's just no way. I can't press that the real Skip Bayless button. I can't do it. So I don't know if he answers to it, I don't know. I don't even know if it went on his page. I can't. I just can't do it. Sorry.
As for the Washington Redskins, since we've been kind of going on just a little while about this, I know we got other topics we have to go to. For Washington, life just continues to be rough for them. 1-4 overall. The Redskins will be at the Arizona Cardinals next Sunday afternoon.
Who?
At Arizona for the Washington Redskins.
I'd like to see Arizona beat him. How about that?
And be 1-5, and then you don't. And then no wonder Gary hasn't even
And
been
then
showing
Washington's done. Yeah, you figure they're done. Mm-hmm.
Josh says about Skip Bayless going back to it. Yeah, the Redskins are done. You see his profile picture? He looks constipated and heuristic.
Who skips? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
even go to his page. I just copied and pasted that what Josh wrote in there, and I just typed it in. You are an idiot. That's it. I refuse. I refuse to go look at his page. I refuse. Yes, indeed.
That's funny.
I can't.
All
stand
right,
it.
now we get to the topics. We move to Major League Baseball. The big stories going on. The St. Louis Cardinals are one win away, everybody, from returning to the National League Championship Series since last year. Of course, they went to the World Series. They've been in the NLCS now the last 3 years in a row, but they're playing right now against the Dodgers. And there's a lot of, in this game, low scoring. And Wong hit a 2-run shot, Colton Wong with a 2-run homer, as St. Louis was able to take that game 3-1.
Hey, Josh, thanks for retweeting that tweet, buddy.
Thanks, Josh.
Josh retweeted my tweet. You are an idiot. To Skip Bayless. That's great.
And then
Thanks, Josh.
and then Skip Bayless will say, "Well, who is this? Whose idea is this to call me an idiot?"
That's what I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna do it every day. Every day until I get him to come on the show. I'm just gonna keep typing. You are an idiot. You are an idiot. Every day during the show. Maybe we'll get him. Maybe that'll push him enough to come on. Because he truly shows how much of an idiot he really is every time he opens up his mouth and talks about football. I'm just saying. He can't talk about football without making himself look like an idiot.
Josh goes, he's a, quote, real journalist, Jeff.
Oh, really? Well, if that's a real journalist, I don't want to be that. Because I consider myself better than him. Even though he's on TV and I'm not. And I'm okay with that because I have a face for radio. And I'm okay with that. But I'm a lot smarter than he is. He needs papers and stuff to remind him of what he wants to say.
But then he'll come back and he'll debate you, and he goes, how can you say that you're smarter than I am when I know how to make my predictions come true? That's what he probably would say.
When I know how to make my predictions come true. Okay? I'll tell you what. You go back to listen to some of my shows. I've put this show on the line. On the line. More than 3 times since it's been on the air. Correct, Sean?
That's right.
You've been with me the whole time. I've done it
We've been doing it for 6 years this month. This is our 6-year anniversary.
I believe I do it every single year during baseball season. I do it during football season. I put this show on the line all the time. And guess what, Skip Bayless? I've been right, and I'm still here. How about them apples? Huh? And I don't change my freaking mind like you. And you get paid to do your job? I could do your job better. And I'll take less money. In fact, I wouldn't even take your job because you work for a crappy freaking place, ESPN, where they don't let you speak your mind.
40 minutes after the hour, Josh goes, his own brother doesn't even like him. LMAO.
Really? Josh, get me his brother on the freaking show.
Yeah, buddy, get his brother. I want to hear this perspective
I would love
on what
that.
his brother thinks of Skip Bayless.
How great would that be if we can get his brother on the show and we just have a Skip Bayless brother bashing? How great would that be, huh?
Oh, that would be hysterical. I'd laugh.
I like that a lot. I really would. I would like that a lot.
And then his brother gets all PO'd at us, and then Skip Bayless gets PO'd at his brother and us, and he says, well, why did you go on that show? That's not very fair. You're my brother. Be with me and show respect.
Exactly. I think we need to start a Rick Bayless the chef. I want Rick Bayless on this show. Make it happen, producer. Please. I want Rick Bayless on this show. Tell him we'll talk about food. Anything.
Rick Bayless.
Yeah,
wow.
who he's cooked what's some of the famous people he's cooked for? We'll talk about that, and then I'll just nail him about his brother. Don't even tell him we want to talk. Or if you want, tell him we want to bash his brother and see if he wants to come on the air. Either way, it don't matter to me. We're bashing his brother. We're going to call it Bashing Skip Bayless by Rick Bayless and SportsWorldRadio. Yeah. Get him on the show. We'll show Skip Bayless a thing or two.
And then Skip Bayless will be PO, and then he'll say, well, then I'll launch a protest against Sports World Radio to kick it off the air.
That's exactly what I want. Just keep bringing me the listeners, Skip Bayless. All you got to do is mention the show once or twice on the air on ESPN. Thank you very much, buddy. Because the people that watch ESPN that don't like you will come to listen to the show because they don't like you either, and we'll bash the living crap out of you. Hey, if you don't like Skip Bayless and you want to bash him, call us at 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the Skip Bayless bashing line. You like that, Sean?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Come join us on the Skip Bayless bashing line at 619-663-3715. Hot diggity dog.
And then Skip Bayless finds us and he says, okay, Escal, I'll debate you. I'll take you on because I know how to win the debates.
The idiot hotline for Skip Bayless and all his family members. 619-663-3715.
The idiot hotline. That's right, Josh.
Bring it on, Skippy. And that's what I'm going to call him the whole time he's on the air. I'm not even going to call him Skip. You know what? I'm referring to Skip Bayless from now on as Skippy. Skippy. Not Skip Bayless. Skippy.
Well, how about Skippy's quote today saying, you're still fed up about that. Today, if drafting 2012 over, I'd still go RG3.
You want to know something?
And then Russell Wilson.
You want to know something funny?
What?
When I was growing up in New York, right? One of my friends I used to hang out with all the time.
Yep.
He had a dog named Skippy. You had a dog named Skippy. It was pretty freaking stupid. I guess Skippy was reincarnated as Skip Bayless. What's up, Skippy?
Skippy.
Skippy.
Here's what Josh says. Skippy, quote, mentally challenged journalism.
Really, Josh, do you really want to work for an organization that employs Skippy? That doesn't let you
then how
speak
about
your
baseball?
mind?
And he says, my this and my that for MLB.
Yeah, my New York Yankees, well, they're not winning this year, so I think I'll go with my... If he says my Kansas City Royals, he should be slapped across his face. He should be slapped across his face if he says my Kansas City Royals. I'm just saying. Because he has never said it before, has he, Sean?
No, he hasn't.
And if he says it now, you know damn well what that means. All he is a bandwagon fan.
He's no question about it, a bandwagon.
If he says my Kansas City Royals, he needs to be smacked across the face. Because that's just ridiculous. I like that. Wow. Keith Olbermann's going at somebody right now.
45 minutes after the hour, we got to go to our first update of the day.
I'm looking at my Twitter account, and Keith Olbermann's calling somebody a moron. I like Keith Olbermann. He's calling people out. He's calling somebody a moron.
Keith is classic.
That's great. I love that. That's great. That's excellent. All right, let's run to our first update of the day. This update is brought to you by shirtshopper.net. Head on over to shirtshopper.net. They have all kinds of great t-shirts, TV show t-shirts, funny saying t-shirts, all the sports teams over there. All you got to do if you want a sports team t-shirt, just take your cursor, put it over the sports tab, drop down box, pick your league, pick your team, get your sports team t-shirt today or any other t-shirt at shirtshopper.net. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right. Thank you very much, Jeff. Welcome, everybody, to Sports World Radio, 46 minutes after the hour. It is October 7th, 2014. In the NBA preseason, the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Indiana Pacers. The Nets taking on a team from a foreign country. Magic at the Heat. Bulls at Pistons. Rockets at Mavericks. Trailblazers at Jazz. Raptors at Kings. And the Warriors taking on the Clippers. In the NHL, there are, of course, no games tonight because tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, is the start of the 2014-2015 National Hockey League. With 4 games on tap for tomorrow, with Ron Gallo coming in to give his hockey perspective. The 4 games, of course, for tomorrow will be the Canadiens at the Maple Leafs, Flyers at the Bruins, Canucks at the Flames, and the Sharks at the Kings. In the NFL, Monday Night Football, the game goes to the Seattle Seahawks by a score of 27-17 over the Washington Redskins. That concludes week number 5 of the NFL. Week 6 of the NFL will start on Thursday night. It'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans on the NFL Network and on CBS. In Major League Baseball, here are the results going on right now. National League Divisional Series, Game 4. The Dodgers finally break through. They got a run in the top half of the 6th inning. They lead 1-0 at the St. Louis Cardinals. A game they need to have because the Dodgers win. Game 5 will go back to Los Angeles, California, where the Dodgers will host the Cardinals. The Nationals taking on the Giants tonight. Giants have a chance to close out the series and go to the NLCS. If the Nationals take the game, then Game 5 will go all the way across the country to Washington, D.C. for the winner-take-all game. The American League Championship Series does not start until Friday, and that game is on TBS. And that game starts on Friday, 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time. That's the update for Sports World Radio on the 7th of October, 2014, Tuesday. We'll be right back after this commercial break and update with more sports talk with Jeff Escow and Sean Mann. And remember, we got Frank Sprankle coming up at the top of the hour. This update was brought to you by ShirtShopper.net.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2-hour of sports talk right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. What do you got for me, Sean?
All right, the next topic that we get to, we stay in Major League Baseball. Yesterday, the Washington Nationals had to do something, Jeff, that they need to do, and that was had to win Game 3, and they did just that as they prevail. Game 4 is tonight, Jeff, and what do you think of the Nationals' chances? Can they get 2 in a row and get this series back to D.C.? It's going to be very, very tough.
Well, they have to win tonight to take it back to DC, and I like to see them.
Tough.
Yeah, I like to see them get all the way back to DC because I'm rooting for them to get to the World Series. So I like to see them do it, but it's tough. They got to win 3 games in a row. That's kind of tough.
It is. It's going to be very, very tough because you know that the Giants have won 2 championships, and it seems like they've done well, as you pointed out, Jeff, in the even years, and they have just in 2010 and 2012. Nationals need to do one thing. They need to keep the crowd out of it. They got to outpitch the Giants, and they have to do what they did yesterday and have good starting pitching tonight. For the Giants, very simple. Put the series to bed. Put the Nationals away because you do not want to fly all the way across the country and play Game 5. Because the Giants want to get to that World Series. They want to do it again. They want to show people, hey, we've done well in the evens.
Yeah. Okay, I just did something that's pretty mean on Facebook, but it's like nothing I said here before on my radio show. I just put a tweet out there, at Real Skip Bayless changes his mind more than a woman changes her tampon when she's on her period.
Ooh.
You want to play games, Skip? Let's go play some games. Don't freaking mess with me, boy. Because I'll come hard, I'll come strong, and you will lose.
Josh said a couple things here. He said, I can try to change the company with my skills and kick Mickey Mouse expletive during the process. Then he said this. This is Skippy's Twitter headline. Daily sports truth and the hottest sports debate on TV, 10 a.m. Eastern, ESPN2. Maybe not what you want to hear, but need to hear.
I don't need to hear you change your freaking mind every 5 seconds or every week. I don't need that. Stick to your convictions, you jackass. Pick a team and stay with them. Stop changing your mind. How about that?
And then Josh goes, "Oh, by the way, this is his response to your Thursday night football rants. Thursday night football ruining NFL." He goes, "Absurd. 7 Thursday nighters were good games last year. Remember, Tebow, Jets, players get 10 days off."
Hey, dummy.
Love.
Hey, dummy. Hey, dummy. That was last year. Look at the stats this year, Mr. Stat Boy. You like to throw so many stats at everybody. The margin of victory on a Thursday night game this year is 29 points compared to a margin of victory on Sunday and Monday to 12. You're getting an inferior product. And if you can't see that, then you shouldn't be in the sports field. You moron. I'm not talking about last year. I'm talking about the last 5 games we just saw on Thursday night. They suck. And if you call them good names, you don't know what the hell you're watching. You don't know what the hell you're seeing, Skip Bayless. And to call yourself a sports journalistic or sports journalism, that's absurd. If you're making a comment like that. Absurd. And they'll never let me on your show because I'll rip you and make you look like a schmuck that you really are. And I'll end up taking over your show. How about that? Freaking believable. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And how he thinks he knows everything.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know why he thinks he knows everything? Because he's constantly changing his mind.
He probably would end up saying to you, "Well, isn't this a free country? Isn't this called being opinionated? Ha, ha, ha." That's what he would say.
You got no balls to stick with one team through the whole season. That's the problem. None. None, zilp, zitcho. Even my friend Sean Mann has his teams that he roots for, and he never changes. Except for once, but he never changes. And he doesn't say my this, my that, my this. They ain't yours, schmuckola.
I used to, when I used to say my this, my that, but that's changed. So I can realize I'm just a fan. With him, he thinks I can be the owner of one team after another. And Josh, I know I love these rants too, buddy, but I know just how people feel about him and how Skip Bayless thinks that he thinks he knows that his predictions all come true for sports and how he has to say, "I'm the master when it comes to predictions. I know the sports more than anybody else."
I'll put my predictions up against his predictions any day of the week, and guess who's going to win?
Jeff Escal.
Damn Skippy.
Easily in a heartbeat.
You know why? Because I've done it before. And I ain't afraid to put myself out there, which you are. Okay, you want to know something? I just switched over to my I Hate Skip Bayless Twitter account. If you want to follow me on my I Hate Skip Bayless account, you can follow me at Hate Skip Bayless. All one word and one S on his name. I couldn't get both S's in there. Okay? That's where I'm at. I hate Skip Bayless. And I
Josh
do.
says, "Look at what I sent you, Jeff."
On what?
Did you send him something on Skype there, Josh?
On what? I'm over. I switched accounts really quick.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't have many followers on that account.
Twitter. That's what he said. He said Twitter.
Yeah, he put it on my other Twitter account. Yeah. In fact, he retweeted my tweet that I put out there about Skip Bayless changing his mind. Changes his mind. He changes his mind more than a woman changes her tampon when she's on her period. He retweeted that tweet. That's a great tweet right there. That's a great tweet right there. I love that tweet. You think that'll get him fired up and a little upset if he sees that?
It'll get him fired up, and then he'll say, Whoever wants to take me on and try
him
to
on.
debate me, whoever this I hate Skip Bayless, I will be ready to take you on and dominate.
I'm taking him on. The reason why I'm doing it is because I want him to say on his radio show and his TV show, I got this guy at SportsWorldRadio is really giving me a hard time on Twitter.
Then you probably would say, oh, boo-hoo, Skip.
Boo-hoo, Skip is right.
Skippy. Josh goes, my biology teacher changes positions when I'm with her. These dudes all over the places, buddy. That's what Josh says.
That's funny. That's funny, Josh. That is freaking hysterical right there. All right, so I just got confirmation Mr. Ron Gallo will be with us tomorrow. Okay. Have a pretty busy day planned. That includes this radio show I know about. I'll be there for the park. Okay, so he'll be here tomorrow for sure, as long as his internet don't give out. You know how that goes, right?
Yep.
All right. What do you say?
And we have reached the top of the hour. Coming up after this commercial break, Frank Sprinkle is coming in for some sports perspective. Stay tuned, everybody.
Yeah, we're going to bring that rat bastard in and see how much fun we're going to have with him. That should be a lot of fun, right?
You got it, man.
That should be a lot of fun. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and now, in the second hour of every Tuesday and Thursday show, our good friend, the Big Wind himself, Frank Sprankle. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing just fine. You know what? We got the National League Championship Series still yet to be determined. I'm excited about this American League Championship Series, however. No question about it.
Let's get into that, Frank, as we start. Congratulations, first off, to the Kansas City Royals. What an amazing story it's been for baseball and for the Baltimore Orioles. You got new teams in the American League Championship Series. That series will start Friday night, gentlemen, 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 5:07 p.m. Pacific. And I got to tell you, Frank, this should be a really good ALCS. Baltimore, you better be ready to play the Royals because they are on fire, knocking off the best team in baseball.
Thankfully, somebody here is going to agree with me. This Kansas City Royal team has the momentum. I don't care what you did during the regular season. Regular season records mean nothing in some years. In some years, it's about the momentum, and it's on the side of this Kansas City Royals team. I'll be honest, I had the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim winning this series. I had them winning in 4, but not but this Royal team, they have been coming through in the clutch. They have come through when it mattered the most, and they need that type of swagger if they're going to be in the World Series. And I honestly think that this Royal team is destined for a World Series appearance this year, guys.
Gentlemen, I've got family that lives like 40 minutes away from Kansas City. And they said to me when I was Skyping with them, Frank, they're going absolutely nuts down there. Why
sure
not?
they
This
are.
is
They're
the
feeling
biggest
blue.
thing why
They're
not?
feeling
This is
blue in a great way, aren't they?
Why not? This is the biggest thing in Kansas City for the Royals since the great George Brett played for them. And I'm really, really happy for the Royals. This is going to be a great series. And I'm going to start off first. I'm going to say that the Kansas City Royals, everybody, will win this series against the O's in 6 games.
I'm going to join you. Can I join you, Sean? Because I
Yeah.
think that the Kansas City Royals are heading to the World Series. They're going to win the American League pennant. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. I think, you know what? I can honestly see them winning in 5. I really don't think this series is going to be that close. I'm going to say 5. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. But with the way the Royals are putting it all together right now, it's going to be a 5-game series. I honestly think it will be.
Jeff, your thoughts on the American League Championship Series? Who wins between the Royals and the Orioles?
Baltimore has home field, right?
Yeah, Game 1 starts Friday in Baltimore.
2-2.
All they need is the split 1.
Yeah, but they're going 2-2-1-1-1, correct?
That is correct.
Yes, 2-2. Yes, 2 in Baltimore, 2 in Kansas City, 1 Baltimore.
No,
1
wait a minute. No.
No, it's 2-3-2.
It's 2-3-2. That's right.
I hate that 2-3-2 crap. I hate that 2-3-2. Okay.
I don't really care as long as
3.
whoever has Game 1 has Game 7.
I like to see them win it in 5, but I think they're going to do it in 6.
So,
Royals.
Jeff, you're going with me. You're going to say that the Royals will win in 6 games.
Yeah, I like to see them do it in 5 in front of their home crowd. You know? But I think they're going to do it in 6. But I still think they're going to the World Series.
And I do too. Okay, so one thing we're in agreement on is that the Kansas City Royals will win this series. I'm going to say 5. Maybe 6 sounds more realistic here. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 6. But the one thing I'm convinced Kansas City's going to win this series. They're going to win the American League pennant. And Sean, say what you want. The biggest thing that's gone on. This is the biggest thing that's gone on in Kansas City since 1985. Let's understand this. The Chiefs. When was the last time they were in a Super Bowl?
The last time
an NFL team and an AFL team met in a Super Bowl, and that was Super
in
Bowl IV.
January of 1970. That was when the Chiefs played the Vikings. They won Super Bowl IV 23-7. The last time the Chiefs even won a playoff game, got to go back to the days when Joe Montana was there as quarterback for the
1994.
Yeah, and that was when they played against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's right. And
I watched that game. I remember watching that game Saturday afternoon.
So everybody's got the Royals pretty much in either 5 or 6 games, right?
I have it could go 7, but I don't look. The one thing I'm convinced of, the Baltimore Orioles are not the Kansas City Royals. Whoever wins the series, and I think it's going to be the Royals. I don't see the Royals sweeping away Baltimore.
No, I don't either. I don't think it's going to be a sweep by either team.
And if you're the the Orioles, you're very happy you don't have to go play now the Angels. And I have to get to them just a little bit. Jeff and I talked about this yesterday, Frank, on the show. And we were kind of like saying, how bad can it just get for the Angels? They've always had these great teams with the best record, and then they just choke and fold when it comes to the playoffs. Since 2002, Frank, the Angels have gone 10-22 after that World Series against the Giants.
I knew that was the record, yes.
Yep.
I knew that was the record, 10-22 since the 02 World Series.
What can the Angels do? What is it going to take for them to ever win one? It just seems like the misery just hits them in the postseason.
Well, let's understand this. I think the Angels should have a lot of pride of their accomplishments of getting into the playoffs, winning that division, because wasn't this a division that at the All-Star break we all thought the Oakland A's were going to win it?
Correct. Everybody thought Oakland would run away with the American League West division.
It's not as if the Angels had led from day one to from game 1 to game 162 here.
Yeah.
It's not as if they were holding a 10-game to 20-game lead throughout the summer.
Right.
Josh says, give me the opposite of this ALCS. Josh says that the Orioles are going to win the ALCS in 6 games.
Well, if that's the case, hold on. If that's the case, well, let's understand this. Oriole Park has never hosted any World Series games before.
No.
And it opened in 1992. No, it's hosted a couple of league championship series, but not a World Series.
And the last time that these two teams, they had a bit of the history. The Royals, of course, 1985, the last time they won a World Series. The Orioles have not won a World Series since 1983. That's when they beat the Phillies in 5 games. So we'll just see how well this series go. But if I'm an Oriole fan, I would be a bit concerned because, look, the Royals beat us 4-3 in the season series. It needs to be a bit of a concern going into this series. The Royals,
I don't care. I don't want to hear that. I don't care what the regular season series was.
What
it's about now. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, what matters is the games that count now, the postseason.
Yeah, I want you to ask that to Clayton Kershaw in Game 1 on Friday in Los Angeles. Great record, Clayton Kershaw. Could be the NL MVP. He's going to be the Cy Young Award winner. Could be the MVP, but he struggled in Game 1 against the Cardinals.
He did, and that was that inning, that top of the 7th when he get, that 8-run explosion by the St. Louis Cardinals. In the game right now, the Dodgers lead the Cardinals 2-0. That game is in the top half of the 7th.
Yeah, sunny day in St. Louis. Been watching it.
Yeah, Kershaw's got 94 pitches through 6 innings right now.
And I think it's the wise and smart move. Don Mattingly knows that, look, we have to – it's that simple. Win or go home. They need to do it right now. They got the best man, the best pitcher going on with Kershaw, and he's having a great game for them, and he's only allowed 1 hit through 6 innings. That's what he has to do, and 9 strikeouts.
He just struck out the side.
And you know what? That's been the Clayton Kershaw we have seen during the season. But the reason I mentioned Game 1 is because, look, say what you want. It's a whole nother ball game. And here's another thing about a short series, as the case with the divisional series. It used to be the case from 1969 when the league championship series came into being until 1984. Remember, it used to be a best of 5. Now it's a best of 7 league championship series. The divisional series is the best of 5. In a short series, anything can happen. And Jeff, I'm sure you remember when the NBA until 2002, the first round used to be a best of 5.
Right.
Josh goes this. I'll go with Orioles offense all day. More consistent than the Royals. I don't know. Royals have gotten some big clutch hits. Think about the ALDS, 2 extra inning games, and they had had some 2 big clutch hits, and then Game 3 they did everything. Small ball, they finally got home runs, and they played offense. We'll see. I think the Royals have a bit of an edge, but we'll see what happens in that series. Frank, Game 4 tonight between the Washington Nationals and the San Francisco Giants.
I'm looking forward to it.
Can the Nationals win Game 4 in San Francisco?
Absolutely. Look at what they were able to do yesterday. Of course, they had that one big hit, the Bryce homer. So, you know what? That Bryce Harper homer, anything can happen. So, yes, I honestly think they can win and force it to a Game 5 in our nation's capital. Absolutely.
Now, here's another thing, too, Jeff. What do you think? Do you think the Nationals, first off, can win this game number 4 and send it to DC? Like you said, you're like saying, yeah, they can do that, but what's it going to take?
It's going to take 3 wins in a row to do it. And Kershaw, hey guys, Kershaw is batting in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, well, here's another thing. Pretty soon, you won't have National League pitchers be hitting anymore because the DH is going to be universal within 10 years.
I think that's so stupid.
Now,
it will happen. It's going to happen, Jeff.
I don't like that at all, and I don't think it should happen.
I don't like it either, but you know what? It's the value of the dollar, buddy, because you have escalating salaries.
I don't care. I think the DH should be outlawed in the American League.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from because baseball is a game of 9 positional players,
correct,
and all 9 positional players should be given the opportunity to hit.
Correct.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Here's another thing for the change of subject here.
No, hold on, Sean. No, if you're going to change the subject, let us finish this.
Go ahead.
Let us finish this discussion.
Sure.
I don't like the DH. I've never liked the DH, and yes, I agree with you there, Frank, that all 9 positions, they should play. If they play in the field, they should bat.
And think about the strategy. When we look at a game that is played under a so-called National League rules where you have the pitcher hitting, you have to flip-flop your lineup. You may be late into a game and you're a manager, and you may force to have your pitcher hitting somewhere in the middle of the lineup because you know that you're going to have the number 9 hitter coming up, maybe 7th or 8th inning, and you can send up a guy who has power.
Yes.
Good point.
Yes, and it's a good point, but still, that guy's not in the field, so he's got to sit there on the bench and wait until his time to come back. I think that stinks.
Jeff, you're not going to like it, and I don't like it either, but I have a feeling the designated hitter is coming to the National League within a decade.
I hope
I
not.
have it.
I'm hoping I'm wrong.
I hope not. I really do. I hope not.
Well, I think it is. I don't want to see it, but I'm hoping. But I think. But common sense is telling me it's going to be a reality.
That stinks. I think they should outlaw it in the American League and make every pitcher bat.
Okay, then I'll tell you what. Why not have a salary cap on Major League Baseball?
They kind of do. It's called the luxury tax.
Well, that's not quite a complete salary cap.
Yes, but they.
I mean, I know the big money ball clubs. Yes, they have to pay a little to the smaller market ball clubs.
So they kind of do. You know, they kind of. I mean, the Yankees, the Red Sox,
Dodgers,
the Angels, the Dodgers, teams like that get nailed hard. And if I remember correctly, it's dollar for dollar. So if they're $75 million over this luxury cap, guess what? They got to pay $75 million in luxury tax.
Kind of like the NBA.
Yes. Yeah.
And on that note, we have to run to a commercial break. When we come back, we got some more sports talk to get to.
You're listening to Jeff Escow, Showman, and Frank Sprinkle on
Sports World Radio.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Be fire safe during the holidays. Only use decorations that are non-flammable or flame retardant. Check holiday lights each year for frayed wires or excessive wear. And do not link more than 3 strands. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Consider using battery-operated flameless candles which look and smell like real candles. If your celebration includes a natural tree, keep it away from any heat source or exit. Water your tree daily to keep it from becoming dry. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow Show, man. I just confused the living crap out of the 2 guys on hold, which is Sean Mann and Frank Sprinkle.
No, you didn't.
When we come back from commercial, I usually count us down let those guys give time to, settle down and stuff. And I go 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I come on the air, right? This time,
okay, go ahead. Speak, because I got an idea how you should bring us back with the countdown. I got an idea.
This time I went 5, 10, 15, 20, 2, and I brought us back. And I can hear the silence on the phone. Like, I can hear their minds going, what the hell did he just do? I can hear that. Especially coming from Sean. And Sean didn't say a word, but I can feel it.
Okay, I know you brought us back in an unusual way. I'll admit that. But you know how you should bring us back for one break down the road?
What's that?
Okay, here's what you should do. You should go 27, 35, 17, Omaha, hut, and then bring us back in.
Okay, you got it, pal.
All right. Don't forget, you got to use Omaha.
Okay, you got to use Omaha.
Yeah, you got to use Peyton Manning's terminology at the line of scrimmage. You got to use Omaha.
If I change it to a different name?
By the way, you know what? I was watching. Okay, you know how I have the ability to watch every NFL game on Sunday?
Yeah, can't you get in trouble for using Omaha? Isn't he?
What is it? Is it copyrighted?
He'd be smart too, but I don't think he can.
Dude, you know what's cool though? You know what's cool because the game, the Arizona Cardinals, the Denver Broncos, that game was on Fox Sunday. Okay. And I've noticed this about whenever the Broncos are at home since the playoffs, and the playoffs included last year. Do you notice that the TV broadcasters will shut their mouths when Peyton Manning's at the line of scrimmage or out of the gun?
Yes.
Because they want to hear Omaha.
Correct. And it's not just a certain team of broadcasters. It's every single team that goes and does a broadcast for the Denver Broncos.
Good, but you notice there's no commentary, and
Nothing.
Notice how the Bronco fans are also quiet too.
The only time the commentators talk is when he's on the road because the fans are yelling and screaming and he has to use a silent count.
Exactly.
But when he's at home,
they want to because the opposing team fans, there's the intimidation.
Right.
Factor.
But when he's at home,
in Denver, the home of Peyton Manning, there is no intimidation factor because they want to see him complete a pass for a first down, get rushing yardage for first down or a touchdown. But there's the beauty of seeing Peyton Manning at the line of scrimmage. You know what? Peyton Manning, I got to tell you, the guy's the businessman's quarterback because of the way he presents himself, the way he communicates, the way he prepares. Ever see him go to a stadium, whether it's a home game or an opposing team stadium? He always has a suit and tie and a briefcase.
Yeah,
it looks like he's a businessman going into a cubicle.
No, I understand that, but doesn't mean that they're gonna win a Super Bowl.
No, I'll tell you who I'm convinced is going to win the Super Bowl. They played on Monday Night Football, and they won last night.
Seattle, right?
Bingo.
Yeah, they're pretty smoking hot.
All right, the next topic that we get to, we move to the NBA preseason. Is anybody excited about it? It started on Saturday. It's resuming with more action tonight. Jeff, we're not that far away, buddy. And Frank, yep, what do you think?
I want to talk about this because you know what, Jeff. I know we give each other a lot of flack on the air, but you know what? I like you a lot, buddy, as a friend, and I know this has to feel kind of like the holiday season. Although in a month from now we're going to be in the holiday season, close to Thanksgiving and then Christmas. But this time of year has to have some holiday feel for you, knowing that the NBA is on the verge of tipping off.
Hey, Josh, really quick, Josh. I love that picture you put on Facebook of Skippy. It says the look of a constipated idiot.
All right, well we go back to the NBA. Before the season began, in a Las Vegas book, people signed it and said the Cavaliers are favored to win 58.5 games. We did this topic last week, Frank. Jeff couldn't believe it. What do you think?
Man, you're bringing that up?
Because we're talking about, the NBA, this Vegas, I still have the topic, Jeff, because we're going to see just how the Cavaliers will be next
hold
year.
on. My sister, hold on one second, Frank.
Everybody wants to see how great the Cavaliers
are. Hold on, Frank. Hold on, Frank.
Back in his original throne, Cleveland, Ohio, Jeff Escow. Let's hear from you.
My sister just got back from Laughlin. And whenever she goes, she always brings me the sports sheets of the odds and everything, okay?
Wait, these are the Vegas odds, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to run into the house really quick and get that. Because I looked for that yesterday, and they're not where they say they are according to the Las Vegas odds makers. So I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
How about, sure.
Well, I think the Cleveland Cavaliers are a team that potentially can win an NBA title, but I don't think it's this year. I think you have to work in the right chemistry, and I can't see it being after 1 year. Look at the Miami experiment.
If you honestly think, for all you people and all the experts saying that the Cavaliers are going to win the NBA Finals, you better start eating your words real quickly. And guess who we got coming in here? We got the LeBron James follower, Browning, in here. Browning,
hold on. Browning needs to head to the Truant office. He says he's late.
Well, here's the thing.
Go to the Truant office.
Frank, here's the thing. When I Skyped with him, Browning was showing me a jersey of a LeBron James number 6 jersey. He was very, very happy that he was going back to Cleveland.
Yes.
And he's now saying that the Cavs will have enough. Josh, you are not a Cavs fan. You are not a Heat. Not you, Josh. Browning, you are not a Cavs fan. You are not a Heat fan. You are a LeBron follower. And that's the way I'll look at you. You didn't see me ever jump ship from the Celtics to another team when they lost Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce. I stuck with them. So what's this deal about flip-flopping and going wherever LeBron goes? Why don't you just stay with the Heat?
Listen, the
Give
Cavaliers.
Me a break.
All right, look. All right, the Cavaliers will be heading in to the playoffs. There's no question about that. Could you imagine what it'd be like if the Cavaliers can't make the playoffs? I feel like the world is coming to an end in Cleveland, literally.
Oh, they'll feel like it's the end of the world. That's
if they may burn LeBron's jersey all over again. They'll be like, thank you so much for not leading us to a playoffs. Here's what I think's going to happen. I think the Heat are going to go to the playoffs. They're going to make it to at least the second round. All right, I'll be honest. I think they can make it to the conference finals where they're going to run into a Chicago Bulls team that hopefully is healthy this year. And with the coaching of Tom Thibodeau, I did watch the game last night against the Wizards, bits and pieces. There was so much other more important stuff going on. I did watch some of that game last night between the Wizards and Bulls. It was in Chicago. Derrick Rose looked pretty good, I'll be honest. But the Chicago Bulls, they're my pick to go to the NBA Finals this year. I'm sorry. I'm not saying sorry. I don't apologize for anything. And Josh, let me still listen to the encyclopedia. He is right. Chicago is the biggest bandwagon city in the USA. You know what? I'm going to second that encyclopedia, man, because you got nothing more than a bunch of Grey Poupon idiots that cheer on some of these teams.
Okay, so I'm looking at my sheet, and before LeBron went to Cleveland, they were 60-1 to have the best finish in the NBA.
All right, so
Best
you're talking
record.
about before LeBron signed with the Cavaliers, 60-1. That was the odds for the Cavaliers to win the NBA title.
Now they're 5-2.
Who comes up? All right, I'm just curious. Enough. Who puts these odds together? How is it? Do they have 100 guys in the room?
The schmucks. People like Skip Bayless, schmucks.
Skip Bayless is not an expert.
San Antonio Spurs. The opening line was 6-1. The current line is 5-2. Same thing as the Cavs.
I want to know who these experts are. It can't be Skip Bayless. He never played the game.
It has to be because Skip Bayless has said, I think Josh had pointed out too on previous shows when he said, my Cleveland Cavaliers.
The Bulls.
Hi, LeBron James.
The Bulls opened up at 12-1. They are now 6-1. The Pacers are 60-1.
Figures.
The Knicks are 50-1. Where's the Boston Celtics?
Yeah, where are the Boston Celtics? The team that's at AARP?
I'm looking for them.
Thanks a lot, Frank.
Hey, that's the truth.
I know you're kidding, bud. It's cool.
Hey, but you know what? Boston's still a great sports city. Hey, can I say this? Boston's a better sports city than Los Angeles.
Are you kidding me? The Boston Celtics aren't on this list?
I don't have much. I have my green and white out, but I don't have very much optimism.
Maybe if your odds are 100 or beyond 100-1 or something like that, maybe you're not on the list. And I can imagine that's the odds of the Boston Celtics.
No,
hey, what are the
because
odds of the Charlotte Hornets? And that's right, the new Charlotte Hornets. The name is back under Michael Jordan.
Charlotte Hornets are 50.
Yeah, the team that I expect to go nowhere.
50-1.
Not good.
No, I can't believe the Boston Celtics are not on this list. They have every team but them.
Wow.
That's sad.
The Boston Celtics aren't on the list. Were the Boston Celtics even considered on this list?
I don't think so, Frank. I think, in my opinion, I know perfectly well that the Celtics are the rebuilding team. They're going to be rebuilding for a while until they can really go out and get some big veterans or some big guys.
You want to hear some crap? I'm reading this underneath the box, and it says, wagers on the Boston Celtics are not being accepted.
Oh, boy, there's the confidence. How low can the Boston Celtics? Oh, my goodness. Why is that? Is that because of the age? Does it have to do with a guy that...
I don't know, but underneath...
That's a great college coach in Brad Stevens, but you never thought would be suited for the NBA.
I don't know, but underneath that it says, if the Celtics win pro basketball championship, the team playing them will be recognized as the team with the best finish and will be considered the winner for wagering purposes.
Before we go to the second and final update here, Josh, I can't stand the hypocrisy in the Chicagoland media and, quote, journalism. And then he says, Stephen A. Smith and my sources, Chris Broussard, Stephen A. Smith never give Chicago any credit.
Oh, of course. Dude, that's true. Absolutely.
Browning goes, the Pacers don't have Lance no more. Lance Stevenson is on the Hornets. That's right, Browning. Of course, you're the big LeBron follower, so I'm glad you know that.
Okay, so there's some hope for the Hornets, but not much.
Okay, let's run to our second update, right, Sean?
Right.
It's our second update. It's brought to you by Keurig-CoffeeMachines.com. You need some coffee, you need some tea, you're looking for a new coffee machine? Head on over to Keurig-CoffeeMachines.com. Brewing perfection, one cup at a time. That's Keurig-CoffeeMachines.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. 31 minutes past the hour. Moving to the Major League Baseball playoffs. We got a big update. A 3-run shot by the St. Louis Cardinals, Adams, puts them ahead 3-2. The Cardinals are now 6 outs away from heading to the National League Championship Series. They hold this one off, they would match up against the Nationals or the Giants. So the Dodgers know they need to get a run or 2 runs or whatever to take the lead. Clayton Kershaw has been pulled from the game. In the National Hockey League, there will be 4 games to start the NHL regular season. It'll be the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs tomorrow. The game on NBC Sports Network, it'll be the Philadelphia Flyers at the Boston Bruins. Vancouver Canucks at the Flames. Sharks taking on the Kings. In the NBA, here are the games that we got going on right now. The Pacers, they lead the Timberwolves 25-18. This is NBA exhibition. Nets hosting a team from a foreign country. The Magic at the Heat. Bulls at the Pistons, Rockets at the Mavericks, Trailblazers at the Jazz, Raptors at the Kings, and to conclude the NBA, the Warriors will take on the Clippers. In the NFL, Monday Night Football, last night, the Seattle Seahawks prevailed 27-17 against the Washington Redskins. Week number 5 of the NFL has been concluded. Don't forget, everybody, get your picks done for week number 6 because the NFL season starts Thursday night for week 6. It'll be the Colts taking on the Texans. That's your update for Sports World Radio. This update was brought to you by KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. When we come back from the update and the commercial break, more sports talk. Be right back.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann here with you guys, as well as the big win, Frank Sprankle. Hey, you know, I was looking at the rest of the odds here. See, I have it. See, this is what they call real paper, kids. Real paper.
Unlike Skip Bayless, who thinks he knows everything in his
That's right.
mind.
I have to look at paper.
Remember the old days of popping paper?
Hey, how'd you like me bringing us back into break? Was that good?
Oh my goodness, I could do you one better.
That was pretty good, though, right?
I'll give you your props. But by the way, if you didn't have a chance to hear it off air, you can't, because of what we say off air is pretty much confidential unless we disclose it.
Well, you know, a lot of people keep asking me to record the hold calls while everybody's at commercial and we're on hold and we're just talking.
Oh, so they want it documented.
They want to hear what we're saying on in the background while we're at commercial break. But I should record those, but you know what? I'm not going to let you listen to that stuff for free.
Yeah, you know what?
Some of that stuff is gold.
Don't we have the right to act childish at times?
Yeah, some of that stuff is gold.
Actually, we act childish on the air half. You know what? Pretty much, let me just say this. We are the same people on the air as you would hear off the air.
Yeah, I'm going to charge a monthly subscription of $4.95 to hear what we're saying on hold from every show. You guys will love that stuff. And you want to know something?
Dude, that's not enough.
I curse like a bandit when we're on hold. You think I'm bad on the show? You should hear me when we're on hold. Okay, so really quick. Since we got the Major League Baseball playoffs going on, the Kansas City Royals, when the season started, were 30-1 to win the World Series.
World what?
The World Series.
Exactly.
30-1.
Like what? They're gonna win the World Series 31 odds.
Their current line is 12-1.
Doesn't surprise me because nobody even gives the Royals
Correct.
a shot every year.
I'm sticking with the Kansas City Royals. At the opening of the season, for them to win the American League, the line was 16-1. Now,
you know, when it comes to these lines, I'm just curious, and I should look this up, or somebody should look this up. But what were the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Oakland Raiders odds of winning Super Bowl 49?
I don't know. I don't have it.
Yeah, they're probably like 200 to 1.
And now the Royals are 5-1. And this is as of September 23rd. I have this paper in my hand. Okay? Now, I want to run over to football really quick. Okay?
Go ahead.
Which team do you think they got picking to win the Super Bowl? The odds makers.
Okay, I'll be honest. I think it's Seattle.
Actually,
it's the Seattle Seahawks, hands down.
You're right, because they're 3-1.
Okay, take a guess on the second.
Yeah.
Okay. And let me see if I'm right or wrong, because I think everybody has Seattle. Mm-hmm. The Denver Broncos.
Sure, the Denver Broncos are 4-1. Seattle's 3-1. Broncos are 4-1. But the Seattle opened up as a defending champ 5-1. And Denver opened up at 4-1, and they're still at 4-1. Seattle's gone down to 3-1. So betting on Seattle to win the Super Bowl, it's not a good bet.
Dude, after what I saw last night, okay, maybe they lose to San Diego. I'd expect the Seattle Seahawks to go undefeated here. But trust me, they get that number 1 seed, and I think they are. They're going back to Glendale. They're going to win it.
You want to make a big wager?
What's a wager?
Put $5 on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh.
They're 500 to 1.
What did I just say? What were the odds of Jacksonville or Oakland?
200 to 1. You said 200 to 1 there, Frank.
Okay,
I think that
you said it was 200 to 1, right? The opening line, when the football season opened up, the opening line for the Jacksonville Jaguars to win the Super Bowl was 160 to 1. Now it's 500 to 1. How about that?
500 to 1 for Jacksonville?
To win the Super Bowl, yes.
What's
500
Oakland's
to
odds?
1. Oakland?
Yeah, I want to hear Oakland.
Oakland opened up at 150 as well, but now they're 50 to 1. Jacksonville's the highest.
Okay, can I just say for the heck of it, what are the New York Jets? I want to hear the New York Jets, the team that I honestly think ought to make a coaching change now in Rex Ryan. What are their odds?
It'll be after
I have
the
to locate them. Hold on. I have to locate them. There's
Gangrene. Or you know what I call Gangrene? Do you know what my nickname for Gangrene? Sean's going to love this. Gangrene is Pain Green every year.
The Jets,
Pain. Pain Green.
The Jets opened up at 75 to 1. They are now 50 to 1.
Doesn't matter. They won't win it with the
Tennessee
way they're playing
Titans,
after they got embarrassed 31 to nothing.
Tennessee Titans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 200 to 1 right now.
Oh, by the way, the NFL, I got to tell you, the NFL made a huge blunder over the last couple of weeks. Apparently, the NFL has elected to schedule the Bears-Falcons game to 4:25 p.m. Eastern, which is a late start time to accommodate more viewers. However, the Patriots-Bills game is in the early start time. But here's the thing: isn't the Patriots-Bills game that has huge division implications as of now?
What game was moved?
Okay, you're gonna want to take the NFL to the woodshed here, but they flexed out the Patriots-Bills game from late to early, from late to early, and now starts at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Shouldn't that game be starting later to accommodate more of a TV audience?
No.
Dude, that game has huge divisional
implications. That's why they put it on in the morning. Because they already got a late game Sunday night that's got huge implications.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
Correctamundo. See? That's why I am Sports World Radio and you're not.
You are? Oh, but wait. Where do we fit into the equation?
What?
Where do we fit in the equation? Where's the encyclopedia man, the update man?
Here's what Josh added this in the chat.
Oh, you want to know the order? Okay, here's the order. It goes me, Sean, Josh, you, Nick.
Dude, you know what this is like? This is like the chain of command for President of the United States.
That's right. I'm the president, Sean's the VP, and Josh is the
Secretary of... Wait, no, he's Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House.
Because you know what? Speaker of the House...
Frank can be Secretary of Defense.
Why Secretary of Defense?
No, I want him to be Madam Secretary.
Madam, dude. How can I be Madam Secretary if I'm a dude?
Mr. Secretary.
Mr. Secretary, because I'm a dude.
Josh said this.
Hey, have you watched that TV show, Frank? Have you watched that TV show, Frank? Madam Secretary?
No, I don't really watch shows
with
like that.
With Ty Leone.
I would never watch
awesome
it, though. It seems like a good show. I will say this. That Madam Secretary show on CBS, that does seem like a good show. I'd rather watch it than any of these dumb reality shows that are fake.
You know what? They hooked me in with the first episode. Now I've been watching it.
I'm sure it's a great show. I'm sure it's a great show. Maybe I'll check out a little bit of an episode.
It's pretty good.
Josh, he said this in the chat room. Give me Orioles versus Giants World Series. But here's what he also said. Hey, Jeff, would you charge Skip Bayless to come on the show?
No.
LMAO.
You know why? I let him come on the show for free so he gets an ass ripping for free. I don't want to charge him. I don't want to feel... Josh, because when I'm done with him, I don't want to feel like somebody who's been paid. I don't want to feel like a prostitute. I want to do it for free.
Holy
And then
smokes.
you know what he's going to do? He'll launch an attack on Frank's show. He'll launch an attack on Sports World Radio and say, you know what? I'll bring you people on and I'll take your shows down and make sure more listeners come listen to me.
They won't. You know why? Because as soon as you mention Sports World Radio and Press Row Central, we're going to have more listeners. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, dude. Trust me, and here's another thing, too.
Keep mentioning
You really want to go
it.
up against me and have to deal with a lethal dose of smack.
That's what I keep telling them, too. That's what I keep saying, too, Frank. You really want to go up against Sports World Radio? In particularly
do you want to go up against me in a ring? Seriously, do you want to go? Do you want to be at a sports bar at 2 a.m. in which there's an alley in the back and get an altercation with me? Because if not, I have 2 friends, and my 2 friends are called Assault and Battery. And do you know who Assault and Battery are?
Yeah, your right hand and your left hand.
No, left hand is assault, right hand is battery.
Well,
I'm a southpaw.
I took a guess.
Okay, close enough. I know what you mean.
I had
but
a 50-50 chance.
Those are my 2 friends that you have to deal with if you're going to get an altercation with me. Now, of course, the Skip Bayless, that's different because this is verbal.
I'm not going to get into an altercation, a physical altercation. I'm going to get into
verbal.
a verbal altercation, and I'm going to verbally put him. I'm going to make him the size of a curb.
Browning, it's National League Championship Series if you want the Cardinals and the Giants, you LaBum follower, you. Yeah, and that's a guy who says, Frank, that I have a Cavs jersey. I didn't burn my jersey. Yeah, you're a LaBum follower. You go wherever that stupid loser goes.
You're right. He goes. He's a LeBron James fan, so whatever team LeBron James plays for, that's the team he's going to root for.
Okay, let me ask you this. As for Sports World Radio, we rip at the Skip Bayless, we rip at the Jerry Jones. You know what we should have? We should have our poll or our countdown or whatever of the top people on Sports World Radio we hate the most.
We do. We call them the Rat Bastards of the Week.
Okay, so who's up there? Obviously, Skip Bayless and Jerry Jones.
Oh, yeah, Skip Bayless is on the list, and Jerry Jones will be on the list.
He might be it this week.
I'm trying to think who else is on there. Well, Manziel has to be on that list, too, somewhere.
Did you hear what Skip Bayless said about Johnny Manziel? He said that Johnny Manziel would bring the Dallas Cowboys to the promised land. Hey, Schmuckola.
Wait. What planet is Skip Bayless on? Johnny Manziel does not wear a Dallas Cowboy uniform. He is not under contract by the Cowboys.
He's probably saying, just wait till he comes to Dallas, and Dallas will get back to the winning Super Bowl rate since the Aikman days.
So you don't make that statement now, jackass. You make it when it happens.
I have a question.
Final commercial break.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, Sean. Let's get to our final commercial break, and we'll continue this Johnny Manziel Skippy boy bashing in a couple of minutes. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family. We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours sports talk each and every Monday through Friday on sportsworldradio.com, 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West, and if you live in the Central,
5 p.m.
I love doing it when they're both on the air like that.
Dude, you know what? We would get into it. Dude, we'd be pushing each other back and forth like, shut up, man. Get out of my way. It's 5 p.m. Central. You doofuses.
Josh said a funny thing. Johnny Beaver, Johnny Dumbass, Johnny Con Artist, Johnny Jones, Skip Bayless, and Jerry Jones was having fun when the back pole section of AT&T Stadium was built, Sean.
I'm surprised he didn't throw in Johnny Cochran in there.
Dude, you know what? Everybody from that trial, everybody from the OJ trial became famous.
Yeah, even OJ.
Here's another thing that I think Skip Bayless would say to you, Jeff. Just wait till all my predictions come true, and then you won't have a doggone thing to say to me.
It's not going to happen because you change freaking your mind in teams like a woman changes her tampon when she's on her period, so it ain't going to happen.
Holy smokes.
Okay?
Oh, dude.
Well, he can't stand him, Frank. What do you think?
I'm coming
Dude,
from now on.
I'll tell you what, though. That tampon comment, pretty creative, Jeff.
Oh, thank you. From now on, I'm not loosening up on Skippy. I'm coming hard until he has the balls enough to come back at me. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm telling you right freaking now.
And launch a protest and say, somebody kick Sports World Radio off the air, Spreaker.
Listen,
Kick him off the air.
I've heard Sports World Radio mentioned a bunch of times on the Mike and Mike show. A bunch of times. They say, hey, this came in from Sports World Radio, and they read my comment. A bunch of times. Now,
they're probably listening to us now. How much do you want to bet, Jeff? Jeff, hold on. Jonathan, Sean, and everybody else. How much do you want to bet that it is highly possible that you have producer the Mike and Mike listening to us right now?
That's great. If they
they're
do.
They're eavesdropping. They're spying on us.
I love their show. I listen to their show every morning before I go to bed. I love their show. I live in San Diego. It comes on at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mike and the producers.
I love their show. It's a great
Let's say hi.
show.
Let's say hi to them.
Hey, Mike and Mike. Hey, producers of Mike and Mike. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for giving us credit.
That's right. And do me a favor. Get Skip Bayless on my show because I want him. I want him so bad I can taste it.
An Escow versus a Bayless debate.
Hey,
wow.
Listen. Listen. Listen, Mike and Mike show. If you're listening to me, I am going to be in New York the week of November 5th through the 13th. I can make an appearance on the show. Bring me in. I'll be there.
Hey, is it possible that me, Encyclopedia Man, and the Update Man can maybe have front row with popcorn?
What, for that? I'll tell you something. If they invite me,
sit there and laugh and eat popcorn.
If they invite me, I guarantee it. Sean will get a text message, and Sean will get it out to you guys. I guarantee it.
Here's what Browning says. Eat a Snickers, Johnny. Why? You look like Johnny Football.
Dude, that commercial looks so... Can I tell you how stupid that commercial is?
That's a stupid commercial.
That commercial has got to be one of the worst I've seen in my life.
That's a stupid commercial.
I mean, look at it. They got Manziel doing exercises, looking like an idiot.
How much you want to make a bet? If ESPN puts me on their airwaves with Skip Bayless, I get kicked off within 15 minutes. How much you want? Right after the first break, you won't hear me after that.
Let me ask you this. What topic, or Jeff? What would be the first topic you'd want to debate Skip Bayless?
Whatever Skip wants to talk about, I'm in. I don't need to prep. Let's go, bitch. I don't need to have all these papers in front of me telling me what to say. Let's go, bitch.
Okay, what happens if he wants to talk to you about anything outside of sports?
Let's go, bitch. I don't need no prep time. I don't need to prep for 4 hours before my show. Let's go.
And
if you're so smart.
And then comes to ESPN, and then the ESPN producers say, Mr. Escow, we found your comments totally inappropriate. You will be suspended for 3 weeks like Bill Simmons.
Thank you very much, bitches. I'm going back to my airwaves.
Dude, do you listen, buddy? Do you really want to work for House?
No, I don't want to work for them, but I like to get on their airwaves for 5 minutes and say sportsworldradio.com, sportsworldradio.com, sportsworldradio.com.
First Amendment is appreciated.
Where that's right, where your opinion counts. You like that, don't you?
Well, isn't that why we're here?
That's right.
To express a sports opinion.
That's right. Where your opinion counts. Right. Well, we don't change our minds like women on a tampon, like women on their periods changing their tampons.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm not. Thank God I'm not married.
I know. I just got rid of all my women listeners.
Thank God I'm not married.
I know. I just got rid of all my women listeners. Just changed the channel, and I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
But it's the way it is. That's how I feel about Skip Bayless. Hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Absolutely nothing. That's right, Skip. Bring it. I'm going to be in New York. Invite me on your airways. I'll rip you like you've never been ripped before, my friend. When I leave you, they'll be able to freaking drive a truck up your ass.
You know what? I'll be sure. Dude, you know what? Trust me. For that debate, listen, if you and Skip Bayless go head-to-head, you're going to be in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dude, I may come alongside with you so you can actually get into the Skip Bayless, so you and Skip can have your debate. Trust me, I'll be ringside with nothing but a six-pack.
I might need you to hold me back.
Dude, I'll be drinking beer.
I might need you to hold me back.
I'll be drinking beer, dude.
Hey, you know something, Andrew? You're going to be one pissed-off soldier on Monday afternoon, I'll tell you, or Sunday night after that game is over.
Well, do we still have a wager? Hey, yeah, Frank, I got to tell you, that's the game
Tell
of
me
the
anything
night
you
I'll
want.
be watching. Giants against the Eagles on Sunday night. I'm going to be thinking of Jeff and Double A the whole night on Sunday night.
That is going to be a great game. And understand this, the Giants, this is a team that has put together a couple of wins over the last few weeks. Impressive wins, too. Obviously, the Falcons, I predicted, Jeff, didn't I predict the Falcons were going to win that?
Yep.
I mean the Giants, pardon me. The Giants were going to win
If the Giants beat Philadelphia, then they're only one game behind Philadelphia.
You know what? Who would have thought this NFC East would have a lot of meaning? Because quite honestly, you told me at this part of the season, I thought this would be too one-sided. I thought this would be the Philadelphia Eagles. The Dallas Cowboys, they went in overtime. The New York Giants are up there. The only team that is in a frenzy right now are the Washington Redskins. And quite honestly, it appears it doesn't matter who their quarterback is.
Frank, here's the thing, buddy. The Cowboys, we talked about this in the first hour of the show, have played against teams below 500. They're not going to beat Seattle on Sunday. They're not going to beat the Giants October 19th. They're going to be sitting at 5-5, and then Skip Bayless will be very quiet, and he'll be starting to change his mind all over again.
By the way, since the Texans and Cowboys played last Sunday, it only happens every 4 years. It used to happen every year in the preseason. Doesn't anymore. Don't you think that they should have been playing for something like the biggest stake on earth or something like that?
Nah, who cares? Nah.
All Texas was watching that game. I'll tell you that.
If Dallas beats Seattle,
and I'll tell you something. That
will be a shock.
That's the only state that was watching that game.
Pretty much. All right, but hold on. Since they love their football in Texas, and since you have Houston and Dallas playing, and it only happens every 4 years, don't you get the sense that you could have gone into a department store anywhere in Texas and have an easy time shopping?
No, because one's AFC, one's NFC.
But hold on. I understand that. They only play each other every 4 years.
And if you look at it, there was more Texan fans than Cowboy fans at that stadium.
Nicholas told me on Presser Central they had 30,000 Texans fans. They're supposedly at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, I know. They had to go to the silent count at their home field. How bad is that?
Dude, you know what? That's embarrassing. Dude, the Dallas Cowboys, they don't really have a true home field advantage. They got a great-looking stadium.
Where the heck is the doggone fan base? You know, I watched the game on Sunday.
Dude,
they're
pissed. You talked about bandwagon fans. The Dallas Cowboy fan base, that's pretty much a bandwagon fan base.
They're pissed
off. They only come out if their team wins.
Their fan base is pissed off. They ain't coming out for nothing.
They don't like Jerry Jones.
That's right. I wouldn't support that son of a
bitch. Although they haven't.
And then Jerry Jones is going to come out and he'll say this: another good year with me being owner, president, and general manager of the Dallas Cowboys.
Haven't they won 4 in a row?
Yeah, they've won 4 in a row, and now he's all happy
people
about
complaining. Oh, wait, you know why? Because they sense a downfall's coming again. It's going to be a Week 17. We're going to be on NBC Sunday Night Football, and we're going to be in this NFC East playoff game, and we're going to lose.
Do you know who they're playing in Week 17, the last game?
In a divisional
at DJ Gary One Arm's Washington Redskins.
Yeah,
wow. Looking at Dallas' schedule right now, at the Redskins. Then DJ Gary One Arm, Your Redskins are out of it. Do one thing. Play some spoiler.
That's right. Exactly right. Hey, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. We had a great time. Enjoyed doing a 2-hour sports journey. I hope you guys had fun as well. We'll do it again tomorrow at 6 o'clock on the East and 3 o'clock on the West. Until then, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable.
Amen.
For Frank Sprankle, Sean Mann, I'm Jeff Escal. This has been Sports World Radio. Peace out, bitches.
Bye-bye.
Skip Bayless sucks.
Bye.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, kid. So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's